Now, just a few months ago, sports presenter Jacquie Beltrao had to tell her family that the breast cancer she first faced 7 years ago had returned. She's been sharing her experience online.
During lockdown, I took my own advice, did a check, found a tiny little lump just here, and turns out it's a grade 3 breast cancer. They said on this chemo that I might fall over a bit or drop things. I'm practicing a lot of balances. Reason to be cheerful if you are me. This Monday, just had my bloods done and they are fine. I'm back in the game, chemo tomorrow. It's now going into my head, I can feel it. It's really, really cold. Where's my hot water bottle? I thought I'd do some chemo fashion today. You need soft, baggy trousers, a vesty top, because if you have a port, it's probably over here. Would I get a part in X-Men?
The part's already taken by Jennifer Lawrence.
So just waiting for my bloods to come back. Are they alright?
Yeah, they're brilliant, Jacquie.
So today's my last chemo, 12 out of 12. 3 months, here I am, one more cold head and I am done.
Ah. Amazing women. Jacquie joins me now alongside her daughter, Ameilia. It is so good to see you both. It really is. You've been incredible. You know, watching the stuff that you've been putting online, it's been so hopeful. I really think it's helped an awful lot of people, Jacquie.
Oh, Lorraine, thank you so much. I hope I've helped a lot of people. I hope I've helped me, because I'm sort of trying to kid myself that I'm fine, everything's going to be fine, I'm going to be here when I'm 90. And if I keep saying it often enough in my head, it must be true. So that's partly why I did it. And also, I think there's a lot of mystery around going into chemotherapy. I mean, a lot of people said to me, oh, yeah, you go into this big tunnel and they fire beams at you. No, they don't. It's just an injection. It's just a bit of medicine. It's really nasty medicine, but it totally works. And I hope I've kind of, taken the mystery away from it a bit. And maybe, if someone's going through it, they would be a little bit less scared this morning if they watched, some of my little posts that I put up on social media.
Absolutely. And the way, though, that you have dealt with this, because this is the second time round, this is such a horrible, cruel disease. And just when you thought, you were maybe out of the woods, it comes back and gets you.
No, it was a total kick in the guts. I'd made changes to my lifestyle. I was dairy free. I do yoga all the time, as anyone who looks at my socials will know. And, I thought I'd done enough to stop it coming back, but it sort of doesn't work like that. It's something internal. It's something I'm obviously prone to. I think if you've had breast cancer before, you're also a little bit more prone to it as well. And it was really hard to deal with. And at first, because it was worse than last time, it's more aggressive. It's a grade 3 stage 4, which means I'll probably be dealing with this for all of my life. I thought I was losing my mind. It was a really hard thing to deal with mentally. Physically, I felt absolutely fine. But, mentally, I was out of the game. And as a mum, I sort of down tools. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do what I normally do, shopping, cooking, all the rest of it. I just didn't feel that I could do that.
And that's where the family have rallied round. I mean, Ameilia, I know that you're very, very protective of your mum, and really hard for you, because you were what, about 15 or something when it first happened, and then you've had to deal with it all over again, and that's really hard. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay. Obviously, first time round, I remember thinking I was very young. I was just 16. And I wasn't as involved in the process. Mum and Dad tried to sort of keep it hidden from us in terms of how they were dealing with it and what the actual process would entail. This time around, I kind of felt like I had to sort of step up and be more of the adult. I'm 22 now. I know what is to come, sort of thing. And then, I don't know, I kind of thought I was then sort of meant to be their rock as much as my parents would be there for me. I had to be the person they could turn to when they got upset during the process, because who else would they turn to? So it was a lot more responsibility I felt I'd taken on this time round, but I'm glad I did it.
And she's a really good cook. She's a really good cook, Lorraine. So it was like a win-win. I didn't really have to worry about the food. I knew that the food that was coming out the kitchen was going to be like top notch. So that was very lucky.
No, that's lovely.
I just kind of thought I need to sort of give a really easy ride for Mum as much as I could. So I remember when I first found out I couldn't stop cleaning the kitchen surfaces, and I just thought clean kitchen might just make her feel a bit better. And then I was sure that I didn't want to let her lift a finger in terms of cooking, and she adopted a new diet this time round, so having to try and incorporate the foods that she could and couldn't eat into cooking, but then cooking for the whole family as well, day in, day out. It was fine. Obviously, I didn't mind doing it. I quite enjoyed cooking, but as long as it made Mum feel a bit more relaxed during the process, then that's all that matters.
Jacquie, you've got a fantastic girl. All credit to you, really. And has it made you closer, do you think? If that's possible, even?
Yeah, it absolutely has. I think, teenage girls generally are quite selfish, and they sort of, go their own way, and they're doing their exams and they've got all their schoolmates. And then, at this point, I feel like I've got Ameilia back. She still like hops into my bed in the morning. Sometimes we have a little chat and a catch up, a little cuddle. And, she has been amazing during this whole time, and, totally stepped up and took a lot of the responsibility, as she said, away from me. And I do feel a bit guilty about that, actually, because I think, breast cancer affects the whole family. And when they're a slightly older child, they are trying to protect you as much as anything. And, they're obviously feeling, their sadness. They've got their worries. They might want to have a little cry. And it was all hidden from me. All of that was hidden from me. And they kind of dealt with their worries and stresses about me on their own or with their own friends. And it's very difficult if you've got younger children, knowing what to tell them. How much do you tell them? How honest, do you want to be? How much could they actually cope with? I guess it's a lot easier, for me this time around, because my children have more understanding and they are older.
No, that's true. But also you're getting treatment during a pandemic. And that's, again, we've seen that that's actually has been very difficult depending on where you live in the country. And that has been an added strain to so many people.
No, absolutely. And in a way, I was very lucky with the timing of when I found the lump. It was pretty much at the end of when we were coming out of lockdown, because I've got private health, and the hospital I was using had been taken over by the NHS. But as it turned out, it wasn't used. And it was a completely empty hospital with all the facilities just lying there, completely empty. And as we were coming out of lockdown, it gradually started to get up and running again. And that's, I was sort of rushed in and I had my treatment straight away. Had I been diagnosed more in the middle or at the beginning, I don't think that would have been the case. I know a lot of people did not get their chemo straight away. They were given tablets, go away, hope for the best sort of thing. And I really feel for those women, because I was in a state of absolute internal panic. And if I couldn't have had my treatment, I was almost losing my mind anyway. I don't think, what would have happened. I would have gone completely mad. And I feel so sorry for so many people who didn't get what they needed when they needed it. It was a really bad situation if you have breast cancer at certain points in lockdown.
Jacquie, you are remarkable. It's an absolute joy to talk to you, and your beautiful, kind, lovely daughter, who's a total credit to you, as I said. Thank you. We all send our love and best wishes, and you look incredible. The way that you talk is remarkable. Just all we do, just have hope. That's all we can do, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah. Have lots of hope. Stay cheerful. Fake it till you make it. Stick on the fake eyelashes. Cover the bald patches.
Love it. Love that philosophy. Thank you both very much indeed. A joy to talk to you. Thank you. What remarkable, inspirational women. Right, this Thursday we've got more from our Change and Check campaign. In the meantime, for details on how to check yourself, please visit our website and do that today. Right, so don't forget you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub, and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.